Names are not fictitious. Vasily Rats of Dynamo Kiev scored against Joel Bats of Paris Saint-Germain.
Keeping possession, Kontavera, given away then by Lenikov. Bedanov, shot from Rats. Magnificent goal by Rats.
So here's the quiz question. Name another instance in the history of the World Cup when the goal scorer and the goalkeeper's names rhymed. I don't know.
I think when you look at the goal scored by Zico, it sums up a little bit about Brazilian football. Why head it or, volley it in easily when you can do a bicycle kick?
And the technique, well, just unrivalled, unquestioned technique.
Now Cerezo, Leandro, 2 men only in the box at the moment. Oh, and that is a great goal! What a magnificent goal by Zico!
An overhead kick like that in a pressure game, magnificent. To me, one of my heroes.
He's almost preparing for the bicycle kick as the ball's coming in from the cross. And that's the thing of somebody of that technical ability. They prepare themselves better and earlier than the normal player would.
That 1982 team was absolutely magnificent and probably the most crazily exhibitionist goal you'll see.
And now Serginho on the burst. Chance here for Adair to make it 3. Oh, what an intelligent clip. Oh, that was pure genius.
He could have done anything with it, but in the end he thought, well, OK, I'll just show you what else I can do. I've got a little chip, a chip that humiliates goalkeepers, because there is nothing worse than standing there and watching a ball go over your head and there's absolutely nothing you could do. And there it was, in the back of the net, a goalkeeper flat-footed. Everything about that goal was beautiful. It was carved out of nothing. Peter Beardsley's pass.
Beardsley
flicked it first time to Hodge.
Superbly done.
Steve Hodge's run, his first time delivery.
Lineker is in the middle.
And then suddenly there's Lineker sneaking in, those ridiculously tight shorts.
Lineker!
Just drifting that ball into the top of the net.
Brilliant!
Fantastic goal.
Beardsley. Superbly done for Hodge. Lineker is in the middle. Lineker! Brilliant!
We've seen and we will see some wonderful moments of finesse from the great players of World Cup history, the Tostaus and the Bergkamps and so on. But I tell you, that pass from Peter Beardsley, that belongs in that class. It's a wonderful reverse pass, cutting pass. Just invites Steve Hodge to cross the ball for Gary Lineker to score a great goal. But Peter Beardsley was the brains of the operation.
Talk about vision, talk about awareness. You talk about great players seeing pictures and painting pictures in their mind that ordinary mortals can't see. Well, that ball was the absolute epitome of that.
Oh, it's a lovely ball through. Danger here from Stoichkov, who'll get inside the Mexican penalty area. It's a wonderful strike. Terrific goal for Bulgaria from Hristo Stoichkov.
I don't ever remember him being that quick. Maybe I'm doing him a disservice. I think the one thing I do know is when he got there with that left foot, he's going to hammer it past the goalkeeper, and as usual, it ends up in the back of the net.
Giannini. The ball pushed up for offside, the Czechs. It actually is in an offside position if it's delivered to him yet. But still, Badger. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes! What a goal by Badger!
He just floats across the ground. There's only one defender who really gets close to getting in a challenge. He just sort of scoots away from him, and then he's running at the rest of the defence, and he's got them completely under his spell. He can go either way. He can decide who he's going to go past. He can decide when and how he's going to score the goal. He's that much in control at that moment.
I remember sitting in the crowd behind the goal. I think it was Bergomi that passed the ball square to Tardelli, and it looked as though he was just losing the ball as it was drifting away from him, and he was almost on the floor as he struck it with his left foot.
Tardelli!
We had this vibrant celebration. He seemed like a crazed dervish as he ran towards the bench.
It's a good goal, but it's a brilliant celebration, and I think just sums up what football is all about, really.
He was one of those great players who could step up into any position. You know, he played at full-back, but you could have put him in midfield. You could probably have played him up front, and he would have been absolutely at home because he's just so technically gifted and with a great shot on him.
Breitner coming forward. Breitner's shot! Yes! What a beauty!
He was a left back, and here using his right foot with, whacking a cannonball. Two-footed player, great player. The fantastic thing about the Jairzinho run, a great finish, great goal, but it's the build-up.
Jairzinho, Pele, Tostão. Nice little touch off there from Pele. Jairzinho, and he's round Matosas. What will Matosas do here? He scores! Yes!
There's a little flick from Pele just in the centre circle, which sort of gets the whole thing moving, and it's a tiny, tiny touch, but the class of the mark of a genius. Brilliant.
There were fast, athletic players back in 1970, and Jairzinho was one of them. He outruns the defence, almost outmuscles the last defender in order to score the goal.
Jurgen Klinsmann, goal scorer supreme, great volleyer, great timer of shots, twister and turner.
Thomas Hassler, has he got a shooting opportunity? It's a little bit wide. Balls to Klinsmann. Oh, what a goal! Jurgen Klinsmann with a superb overhead kick. That was class.
If you're watching on the goal, it's his movement that's impressive. He lays the ball wide, and then you watch when he gets into the box how he makes himself difficult to mark. He comes away from 4 defenders. When the ball comes, he flicks it up with his right foot, volleys it in with his left foot. It's just an outstanding goal scorer's goal.